Hey, everyone.
Woo!
12 days of recruiting, and we have two very special guests.
Yes,
And I
number
want to,
10.
yes. So I want to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves because they are doing some amazing things out in the Milwaukee area. And I do see that Green Bay shirt. We'll talk about that. in a second. Yes, please, Tina, go ahead. And
All right. I forced you to wear green, and the Packers won. Go Pack Go Saturday night. So we wanted to be holiday-ish.
Okay.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for having us. So Advanced Hires, Kevin started coming up on 5 years ago. He started the business operations while I transitioned out of the boutique agency that I was with.
Yeah.
And we officially rolled out the red carpet early May of 2016. We are a growing team, or even during COVID, and we're very proud to say that we have a 95% one-year retention rate for all of the direct placements we make.
Woo! That's great.
Yeah, it's not been easy during COVID, but because of Kevin's leadership, we have made the best of it.
As a team, we've just really come together as a team and have made it happen. So it's the moments of struggle that really define you. So.
Yeah, so I still think you're being a little humble, Kevin, especially. So please, tell us what the mission of your organization is and the type of job seekers that you are assisting with finding great work.
Sure. Basically, our mission is to place next level talent for the marketplace. So it's our tagline is placing next level talent, and it's when people are looking to escalate their careers and move up in their careers or go to the next stage, they're not oftentimes proactively looking or applying for jobs or opportunities. They just have to sort of fall in their lap. So we're basically matchmaking experts between the clients and the candidate. We go out, we primarily work in the perm industry. We go out and look for people that are open to opportunities and just want a better career. We put a better opportunity in front of them and ask if they're willing to have the conversation. So it's very proactive. And we're fortunate enough to have a lot of conversations with candidates and with people that otherwise are just aren't applying, that are just not being reached out to.
I love it. So you mentioned, Tina, that you guys have found a way to grow even during COVID and the pandemic. Please share your secret.
Oh boy, do we have a secret? If you do, you've kept it to yourself. A lot of hard work, determination, and again, like Kevin said, the teamwork aspect. We have what we call a cornerstone employee who was our first full-time hire. And between her dedication and that of the recruiter who started 2 years ago with us, they've really been narrowly focused. So not to toot our own horn, but they've really been focused on not only their personal development, but business development.
We focused too, really. This year's been very interesting because there's a lot of us that have really come together. We've got a really good person that works on our admin and marketing side, particularly marketing, social media, really getting out there, the way we post the different positions, the way we position ourselves basically in the marketplace, the number of calls, conversations, just the amount of hustle we put into it. Plus there's sort of managing some emotions around the whole pandemic and a lot of other things going on in the country. And then just really sort of staying focused. And then also adjusting different, being flexible with payment terms and payment plans. We're fortunate enough to have a 100% bill collection rate. And then with a 100% bill collection rate on top of a 95% first year retention rate, we can be quite flexible when candidates want to pay over a period of time or they want longer guarantees, clients. And it just gives them more peace of mind because the proof is in the pudding. If they're there and they're still employed after a year, that's really a testament to our continued success rate. So there was just a lot of pieces that come together. We hired new people this year. We've had some interns who have done a good job, and it's just a lot of us have just really stepped up.
I love it.
Yeah.
Rich, do you want to ask your question?
Yes. Okay, so we had a tough year. Everybody says we had a tough year. I think it was like we just rode the surfboard. But tell us some ways that you adapted this year to make yourself successful with the retention rate and everything else. It's just, I love to see the audience out there hear this stuff. I mean, how did you? So many people that I talk to say they can't find candidates, they don't call them back, and all this stuff. And you guys are totally the opposite. How did you do it?
The messaging that we use in our proactive reach outs is, to me, the most important characteristic of what makes us different, because you have to capture the attention in a short amount of time, whether it's via email, text, or a message of other sorts. We also, Kevin honed in on messaging through each platform. So not just email, not just text, not just in mail, for instance, but you need to reach them through the platform as well.
Well, yeah, it's that when you reach out to people, a lot of people are saying, well, I try to reach out to them by email or, text, left them a voicemail, but you're not doing all of them at the same time. That's an issue. Also, too, it has to do with the ethics as well. We have a reputation in the industry, but we don't play some of the typical recruiting games where we only submit candidates to our clients that have been thoroughly vetted. We've had a conversation, ascertained their interest, told them the name of the client, during the call, and have their permission to, in fact, submit them for the discussed position. All that happens before the client even looks at it. So they're not getting, we're not reaching out to people. We don't post fake positions, just to build pipelines. We post real positions that are available. So we don't, it's very clear, very honest, very ethical. When I came into the industry and I learned a lot, because I had worked in entrepreneurial areas, but not actually in recruiting. I was kind of shocked about some of the tactics and some of the things I was finding in the industry and the objections I had to overcome. And it was like, really, this happens? I just couldn't believe it. I said, never this company. So we really sort of built that reputation where it's pretty solid.
And that's something that's true to our heart. Me and KG here, we treat people with respect. And I think that's some of the things that you guys also do, that we don't see a lot. Sometimes never forget to call the candidate back, right? Follow up, because they're a human too, right? They're just not That's a big thing that I love.
So when I started with a large international firm in the tech recruiting space back in 2003, my division director said a large telecom company had laid off 600 people, primarily technology, in the city of 110,000 people. So it was a large chunk. And he said, for every mainframe job you have, you're going to have 20 to 25 people interested. Call them back or email them back within 24 hours and treat them with the dignity and respect you would want, because someday they will be your hiring managers, they will be future candidates, and if they're not, they're going to remember that you didn't call them back.
And that's the other thing too, is that we treat everybody as if they're, everybody's a future hiring manager, their future client, their future opportunity that we have to pursue to give us opportunities. And that's everybody we place now, even if they're very junior, because in 10 years, they're going to be in that management position more than likely, especially, if it goes along the way it's supposed to, placing next level talent for today's marketplace.
That is good stuff. I'll tell you what, tell us, when we talked before, Tina, tell us some of this volunteer work that you guys do. I mean, you guys are like, seriously, I see your profile and you're giving back, and I love this. Giving equals growth. Just tell us what you guys are doing.
So there's a lot of things we're very proud of. I'll let Kevin speak to his charities. The Big Brothers Big Sisters is important to me. In fact, my little sister from the program is graduating high school a year early. She's sitting in our conference table revising her resume and going to be applying to a new position. So she's going to go into healthcare but doesn't know what direction she's heading. So that's near and dear to my heart. It's called the Mentor 2.0 program. So that's great. United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County does some excellent work. I'm part of the Technology United Affinity Group, which is the first and only in the United States, to our knowledge. So we put on a CIO forum every February. This year it's taking place virtually on the 12th and 19th. And we funnel money to tech-related initiatives. This year's is called Techwity, to get hardware and internet access to inner city underprivileged students in the Milwaukee public school system.
Yeah. And we're involved in much more too.
Yes.
Other than that. Especially when, couple other ones, National Center for Women in Technology. There's a lot of different events with disabilities, autism-related events. We've helped out with Central Hispania. We've helped out with a lot of community-based organizations as well. I mean, it's I'd actually have to look at the website myself because there's so many of them. I'm just kind of drawing a blank right here.
Can I share something? So we did actually a pro bono high-level search for United Way worldwide in 2019. That's something we were very proud of. The other thing is I'm proud of Kevin. He is he's on the board for Autism Society of Southeast Wisconsin. Our youngest is on the spectrum. And then he's also on the Wisconsin governor appointed state council for autism. So he is very active. He's humble in that regard. He has helped, and I've helped shape up the fundraising efforts through COVID and made the best of it.
Man, I love that.
KG, these are two superheroes. This is what staff is about, right?
And this is a partner with the community. You know, it's not just a company or individual efforts. It's really, you got to partner with the community.
And give back. We're blessed, you know, in our line and nature of work, you can change lives, and you do change lives. And the money follows. It doesn't always come instantly. It doesn't come overnight. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication. I've been in the industry since May of 2002. So started in it shortly after 9/11, was in it from 2008 through 2010, never left the industry, and have no intention of it because it's in my blood. And being able to give back is really important to Kevin and I and our team as well.
Love that.
It's all about giving back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that, I don't know if we purposely stacked our decks this way, but it seems that everyone we've talked to has been in the industry, you know, since the, you know, early 2000s, if not earlier. And they all share that mindset of, you know, keeping the human connection, of building trust, of having a proactive approach, of not thinking about this as a butts in seats and let's just make some money type of thing, but really understanding the responsibility and honestly the privilege that we have to, as Kevin said, change people's lives. Like, you're giving someone, I can't even tell you how many times I've cried, like, and not even knowing, because I mean, you don't know what that person is actually going through. You know, they might come to the interview and they're just, you know, they're dressed up nicely, and you know, they've got their smile on, and then they get the job, and they come back and they send you, and you get a note, you know, or you get a little handwritten card, or you get a phone call, or you know, everybody knows I like popcorn and candy, you know, like you get a little gift, even if it's like the little Reese cup. I've gotten like little thing of Reese cup from the vending machine, and it was like the most special thing I ever had. And they're just like, they're like, you know, I'm able to do X, Y, and Z now that I have this job. I got my confidence back. I just feel so good, and you can't beat that feeling. Like,
no, you cannot. And if I could give a word of advice to individuals who are newer in their career in the industry and maybe have lived through COVID, you know, maybe started 2 to 5 years ago, if you've made it through, keep those thank you notes, keep those emails, keep those phone calls in mind, because it's a roller coaster. I used to work in the contract to hire staffing world more so than direct placement. And we tracked on a weekly and monthly basis. One of the things that I learned from a senior executive, a high level, high dollar producer with my prior company, he said, you have to look at it on a quarterly basis or you will drive yourself insane. He was right. Because there's ebbs and flows and direct placement and budget cycles, and you have to understand the financial aspects of a company that's hiring, not just the emotional aspects.
You're right on that. Contract work will give you gray hair.
I've got it here.
Most of what we do is in the direct perm placement space, although we do place contracted positions, but they're a lot more rare. Most of what we do is direct perm placements.
And I love how you said the big thing that I always say all the time is you're not a candidate. You're part of my workforce family. Without you, I don't have a job. And without them, they don't maybe have a job either. So, I treat everybody, you're part of my family. Just like you guys, you're part of my family too, right? Did I tell you that yesterday, Tina?
We did. How long did we talk, Richard? We talked for like 45 minutes, I think, on a Sunday night at like 7 o'clock your time or 8 o'clock.
It's good stuff all the time. So I guess we're a little bit short on time here, KG. Do we want to jump into the holiday cheer stuff? She's like, yeah. All righty. Are you guys ready? This is like my fave part. I love this because I love Christmas and I love holidays. And KG is beginning to like holidays a lot more.
Me too.
Here we go. Favorite dessert at holidays, like a favorite dessert.
Pumpkin cheesecake roll at Thanksgiving or Halloween.
Okay.
Oh boy, I really like those.
He's a sweet tooth guy.
Yeah, I like those cookies that they look like Christmas trees and they're real
flat.
Yeah, with the icing.
Sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And my favorite is, I'm just gonna throw it out there, the peanut butter blossoms with the Hershey Kiss in the middle.
Oh, those
that one too. Yeah.
His mom makes
that's actually that's probably my favorite. I just didn't think of that. I love those.
My second favorite, and it's not a holiday thing. My mom used to make it in different times of the year. It's a knockoff of a peanut butter cup. It's got a little bit of a thin crust, and then the blend of chocolate and peanut butter. It was to die for. She hasn't made it in about 30 years since we left the house. No, 20 years.
All right, you ready? Next one. Favorite holiday song.
Silent Night.
I would probably say the same. I'm trying to think of something different so it doesn't.
Hold on
Last night I was singing "Oh Holy Night" at the top of my lungs to the Google Music thing.
Listen, these are my people.
Yeah,
these are my people.
Oh,
I don't like commercialized Christmas, and now that you guys are talking about the religious aspects of it, I love those type of songs. Thank you. These are my folks. Continue, please.
You know what song? You gotta love it. Blue Christmas by Elvis. Please tell me you love that. Come on.
I'm not an Elvis fan. I'm sorry, Richard. And he knows that. There's very few Elvis songs that I like.
Yeah. Well, if I heard it, I'm sure I would love it. It doesn't ring a bell.
Christmas.
Oh yeah.
You heard it. I can't get the voice.
That's a good song. I like Elvis. I wouldn't say I'm a big Elvis fan or anything, but I like his music.
Well, we're 2-2 there, right? KD doesn't like Elvis, I'm sure, right? So,
I mean, I don't know him. I know Blue Suede Shoes. I know Hound Dog. I know songs.
He died in the year I was born, 77, and he liked peanut butter banana sandwiches, which I opened my eyes to when I was pregnant, and I liked them, but I haven't eaten them since.
Nice.
Okay. So, favorite holiday beverage?
Drink. That's a tough one. I would say in Wisconsin, you have what's called an old fashioned, and you can't get them anywhere else other than the way they're made in Wisconsin. They muddle the orange and the maraschino cherry. They put in either sugar or a sour or a sugar, right? In the soda, and brandy or bourbon or whiskey.
Brandy old fashioned.
Brandy is the Wisconsin favorite.
You gotta go for the taller glasses, not one of those little glasses that they.
I like that, Kevin. Read it up. Yeah, it's all about drinking.
I lived in the Kentucky area on the south side of Cincinnati and did the Bourbon Trail back in 2002, 2003. And I love bourbon straight up or with a few rocks, just certain bourbons though.
What's your favorite?
That's Blanton's Reserve. It's got a little horse decal at the top and it's really hard to get. I want to try Pappy Van Winkle, but that's anywhere from $600 to $1,000 a bottle, and that's too rich for my taste.
Ouch.
It must just melt.
He got to try it one time, and he said it was really good. I was too tired. I was on the couch. He was out with his friends from the marching band fundraisers.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Go for it.
Go for it, KG? All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Favorite holiday cartoon? I know you guys have to have one.
Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Good one.
I'm trying to think of a different one other than
I
that.
liked Frosty the Snowman too.
Yes.
Frosty,
That's like on Christmas Day. That's my fave. I love it.
is it? Yeah.
It would be one of those two. I'd probably say Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, that's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Grinch? What about the cartoon Grinch?
Do they
I
look
don't
like
like
rich
even,
people?
I don't even like introducing a Grinch. Like, the Grinch is no fun.
Well,
Christmas is all about fun.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I love this one. Favorite toy during the holidays, during when you were a kid. What toy did you get that was the ultimate?
Light bright. Where it has a dark piece of paper and then pegs that are different colors. I still have it to this day.
With the hot light bulb, it'll burn you, right?
Yes, it did.
It
It was
does.
the same light bulb from the Easy Bake Oven. Trust.
Fire hazard, yes.
I've got a lot of great gifts for the holidays. I've got a big family and they've all been pretty generous. But I'd probably say, as a kid, I really liked my Nintendo games. The old fashioned Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Super Mario Brothers, which I could still beat to this day. You know, just the old school.
And then
videos.
a Cabbage Patch doll. That's my second favorite.
That's great.
Because
I keep saying I'm going to go get mine, so I'm going to go grab it right now because we have to have it on the show. Yeah, hold on.
You literally have one? Awesome.
And I have one too. And I have one back in the day. Hey, Kev, when you said Mike Tyson Punch Out, I still have it. Remember it? Mighty Blow, Mighty Blow.
Nice. I still like the Lakers versus Celtics. You know, if you're jumping off of the corner over the top left part of the screen, you hit the three every single time. You can beat the computer by like 600 points. I remember that. It's like collision system. I remember. Mike Tyson Punch Out. Lakers versus Celtics.
How old were you when you got her?
I was probably about, I don't know. It was what, 80? When did these come out? Like 84?
I think 84.
Probably, because I didn't get one until I was in 4th grade, which would have been about 86 or 85.
So then I was 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember the first one they came out? They were like sold out. You had to stand in line to wait for them.
Mine was the baby kind where when you sniff the behind, it smells like baby powder. I still have her to this day. Her or him. I don't remember which. I think it was a her. And
like
I have one.
It's signed on the butt.
So I got in trouble. My aunt got me a knockoff version that was homemade. I'll never forget this. I got in serious trouble. I threw a hissy fit because I really wanted the real one. And my dad took me upstairs and had words, and I think I got spanked even. I don't remember that part, but I got in big trouble. Well, for my next Christmas, they let me pick one out when we were in Texas. So I remember that.
And you get their certificate too, right? The birth certificate?
I still have their birth certificate. Yeah, I got 2. I got this one, and then they started doing all the extra ones. So I have the Corn Silk Kid. I have the World Traveler. He's Spanish. His name is Errol. It's a very Spanish name. I don't know why they named him that, but sure. Okay, here's my question.
We got one more question.
Fruitcake, yes or no?
No.
Yeah. Kev?
Fruitcake? Do you like fruitcake?
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I like anything. I mean, especially the McRib. That's
He likes McRib. Yes, he's the holiday McRib, but no to fruitcake for me.
Holiday food.
Here's what
Do you guys like fruitcake?
No.
We hate it. Oh.
So you got to come to Wisconsin and try a special treat. It's called custard. Have you ever had custard? It's like ice cream. Only it's on
soft serve.
You can get it soft serve or hard pack, but it's made differently than ice cream. It's richer, creamier, and way more calories.
It's hard to eat ice cream after you.
You can't have ice cream from the store or even from So you guys got to make it here someday.
Oh yeah.
I will. And Tina, all I can say about fruitcake, if it can last from year to year, something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Gross.
You know, just going back on I was thinking of getting my nieces and nephew a Chucky for Christmas, but I was talked out of that. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Favorite holiday movie?
Elf.
No, it's the Christmas Story. What's the?
Where the boy sticks his tongue on the
Ralphie.
plate.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
talked about that last night.
yeah, that one for sure.
How
It'll
triple
be
how
on-
dare you?
It'll be on
Yeah.
TNT. It'll be on TNT starting Christmas Eve for 24 hours straight.
24 hours.
Is it literally?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watch it like
every
3
year for the
times.
last 20 years. It's on 24 hours. Yep.
Yep, yep.
I haven't watched that since I was probably 10 years old.
Oh, every year.
And
Every
I've
year.
been to the house. It's in Cleveland, Ohio, in a residential
Oh.
area, the original house.
We were scheduled to
Nice.
go to Cleveland in August and I was afraid to fly.
Oh.
So
Well, if you go there, you'll have to check it out. It's like amazing. You go through the whole house. It's like, wow.
Nice.
that would be neat.
All
Well,
right.
it's so nice to get to talk with both of you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and safe, happy,
Thank
healthy,
you.
and prosperous 2021.
Same to you. Thank you so much for taking time to come and talk to us. And Kevin, you're still our friend, even though you're a Green Bay Packer and Rich is a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to mention one more thing too is, for anyone that's watching this around Christmas time, night of the holidays, just remember there's always enough to give back and there's always enough to share, because it's easy for us to justify our own problems and our own issues, to articulate not giving back, but there's always somebody that needs a little help with their resume, or somebody that needs a little help around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And everybody's always if you really think about it, there's a lot of people, there's always somebody in a much worse position. And it's our duty and obligation to help people out. And I think that's really what it's all about.
Give a hand back and you'll get a hand forward.
Yep. This is good positive times around the Christmas time. And for people to be less critical and a little bit more accepting of people for what my family refers to as, particularly my dad, their whole body of work. What is that person's whole body of work that they bring to the table? You do 100 things right and 1 thing wrong. You've got some people that'll see those 100 things that you did right. And you got other people that'll see that 1 thing you did wrong. And to really focus on positivity and giving people the benefit of the doubt.
I love it.
So,
That's so cool. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for coming on, Tina and
Awesome.
Kevin. Happy holidays to both of you. And I'm sure I'll be in touch this week again. So
That would be
okay,
great.
awesome.
So
thank
nice
you
to
for
meet you
everything.
both.
Everybody out there, this is positive reinforcement right here, right? This is
Yeah.
it.
Stick
This is
with
all
it.
about the holiday spirit. Happy
Absolutely.
holidays,
Awesome.
guys.
All right.